Yo, what's happening? Yo. One Piece. All right. 1160. How we feel it? Yo. I ain't gonna lie. 45 minutes. All right? 45 minutes. Listen. Last night, yesterday I was prepared for the chapter. All right? Yesterday I was prepared for the chapter. All day. Right? Checking the chapter, checking OP scans, checking TCB, checking. Prepare for the chapter. Chapter didn't come out. I was like, all right, it's gonna come out tonight. I was up all night, right? Waiting for the chapter. I felt like a kid waiting for Santa Claus all night. Stayed up all night, chapter didn't come out. Now I'm tired of shit. I'm tired. However, I heard the chapter's gas pack. All right? So we're going to get a good 45. All right? We're going to get a good 45. And then we're going to get out of here. I know OP dropped before CB, but I was like, I don't mind waiting. Let's give them, and they drop. So shout out to the guys. I saw a little bit in the chat where people were saying like the translations weren't that great. I'm sure we can see the pictures and figure out what's going on. We'll be good regardless, all right? You know, we all know a little bit of Japanese anyway. Like that's what niggas don't know. We know a little bit of Japanese. So we good. Yo, shout out to is that Kawada? So what's good? You're gonna add a membership email for 3 years. I hit it next month. Nah, facts. You just reminded me. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that this weekend. Appreciate you, Kawada. Cody OG joined family. Appreciate you, Cody. Worst case, nah, facts. Nah, Jakey, facts. Big facts. Brando 23K joined family. Appreciate you, Brando. I was gonna say yap, but nothing really interesting happened this week. So let's get to the chapter, shall we? One Piece chapter 1160. Yeah, it was regular week. Nothing. So you know, hit okay. Nothing interesting happened this week, but here's what I'll say. You know what? Never mind. Yo, Echo joined. Yo, appreciate you, Echo. You know what's great? Hey, okay, I said. I say this. I saw a lot on my timeline, right? And man, it's so many different opinions about nothing, the thing that didn't happen or nothing happened. And I see people being so careful, right, about what they saying and what they want to say, but they can't say it because, you know, you gotta be careful on the internet. Ultimately, I saw everything. All right, I saw everything. Far, close, I saw everything. All right. It's too early to talk about it. We gotta wait till later in the video where, you know what I'm saying, they'll click off. And then there's updates too. I'm seeing people jumping off rooftops. I'm like, yo, this is like an episode of Scandal. Like it is crazy. But I I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm like, what? I'm like, how he got because of his who? I'm like, whoa, okay. Yo, Van Augur ups. Yo, that is insane. That is insane. Van Augur upscale is insane. God, but you're not wrong. All right, let's get to One Piece chapter 1160. The God Valley incident. Was there was there a bounty out there for him? Was there a bounty? Because I'm not gonna lie, I saw the run after the jump off the roof. I was like, I think I know that nigga. I was like, I think I know who that is. 100K. Damn, Pops. Now, real talk though. Real talk. Nah, I was like, Utah? I was like, I think I know who that is. But no, 100K, right? Let's say your homie did something crazy, right? Y'all not that cool. Y'all used to be cool in high school, and your homie did something crazy. And you noticed his run, and you saw that he did something. Would you turn him in for 100K? Like, that was your homie, though. Like, that was your mans in high school. Like, for real, for real. Are you ratting for 100K? I am. Listen, we were friends before. I think it's only right for me to do it because I'm your man. Let me come up off that. You know what I'm saying? We friends. Let me come up off that. But I'm snitching. Crazy. Call me whatever you want. Call me Gunner, B Gunner. Yup. I know exactly who that is. All right. One Piece 1160. The Utah. No. The God Valley incident. All right. Again, I've heard a lot of hype around this chapter. Not gonna lie. A lot of hype. A lot of people are telling me to just avoid the internet, and we are good. And I gotta watch Demon Slayer today, actually. I gotta watch Demon Slayer. I forgot. Damn, I forgot. I ain't gonna lie. The last Demon Slayer movie, it was the Rengoku one, and I became a Rengoku stan, like off the movie. So like, you know, I'm hyped, and I read the manga, so like, you know. But yeah. Jabrice, shout out to my guy Jabrice. He said, "Did you mess with my tat?" I saw the tat. Remind me to talk about the tat after the stream. All right? Remind me, Jabrice. Remind me. But all right. Chapter 1160, the God Valley incident. Heard a lot of great things. Let's get to it. Cover story. Only child Yamato, the Holy Nari Shrine. All right. Overlooking the flower capital at the hall, enshrining Oden and his comrades. Yeah, it was a neck tat. Wait, here's what I asked you. Is that your first tat? Is that your first tat? Because I realize it's been an influx of like neck tats has become like very popular. Like I feel like a lot of people are like doing the neck tat. It's bold. I'm not gonna lie, it's bold. Neck tats are pretty bold. Okay. Either way, cover story was you know, I guess. Neck tat and the skeleton hand. Yeah, we're not doing the skeleton hand. I think that's one I would never ever do. I'm on TCB. Should I read Kubari? Is Kubari better? If Kubari is better, let me know. Whoa. Okay, TCB is fine. TCB. Someone got a Spider-Man logo on their throat. That's a sticky throat. No, I'm not getting any porn on TCB anymore. I've changed my ways. But here we go. Okay. Behold, the Davy clan. That loathsome lineage. They've been hated since their ancestors' time. No one would even try to show them any love. Are they Buccaneers too? Sever their bloodline. It's too dangerous to allow them to live. Wait, don't throw things at them yet. Exterminate them. This day will go down in history. Oh, damn. Ooh. Damn, Teach. I'm trying to look at the other members of the Davy clan to see if like anybody really stands out. Huh. I mean, for rocks, I get it though. Right? I get it. You know what I'm saying? I slide to God Valley for that too. You know what I'm saying? But look at Blackbeard's view. Look at his image. And this big dude, is he a Buccaneer? He has on a straw hat. Just calling the nigga Blackbeard ugly all week. I mean, that's not necessarily a hot take, but he's a kid. I think that's a rule. You're not allowed to call kids ugly. Because like they gotta, kids gotta, sometimes a kid gotta kind of grow into their looks. Can't call a kid ugly. Now, just because you can't call a kid ugly, you shouldn't do that. Doesn't mean they aren't ugly babies. I think 100% a lot of people be posting their kids too early, like on social media. I'm like, let him grow into the shit. Let him grow into himself. Like, and then now you forcing me to lie, right? Now you forcing me to lie. All right. This is quite the find, Garling. I can only credit fate for it. Now, let's introduce the favorites for the individual competition. One thing Saturn gonna do is be in some... Damn. Garling, listen. Garling off of this, secured the Gorsay role. And it's funny that Garling is the one that took Saturn's spot. Garling took Saturn's spot. It's too late for me, but my little ones, I want them to be raised by someone with a warm heart. Please, don't hand them over to him. You and your children may be strangers to me, but I want to help. If I can't do that much, then I have no business standing here. I ain't gonna lie. Dragging a real one. I'm not doing that shit. No, dragon's a real one. Like, I really can't fathom being in a new position and then somebody asking you to do something that drastic and me just no hesitation doing it. I'm not doing it. But dragon's a real one though. I think this shows his character. Where like a random lady is dying and saying, yo, I want my kids to be raised by good people. And he's like, yo, I'm on it. Could be some guilt because of everything that's happening around him. He's like, I got to do some good, right? This is my moment to do some good. And I respect it. Dragon finally showed. Here's my issue. I don't think Dragon is finally showing that he's worth. Dragon's always been worth the hype. It's just people haven't seen it. But I think the proof is in how his organization has been sustained. Being around for that long and growing it to where it is, you don't really need to see it. The proof is in the pudding. Right? We're going to see it eventually, but the fact that he's still around, come on, bro. Okay, there are 150 rare rabbits to hunt down. That's not to mention the 13 super rare ones. Yo, that's a nasty comment. Brago, you the pudding? Nigga, what? Nigga, huh? All right. There are 150 rare rabbits to hunt down. That's not to mention the 13 super rare ones. I don't even know what that means. I'm not going to ask. I'm not asking, me being the pudding, I'm not asking him that. It's certain things you just don't ask. Let's move on. Each of these is worth 10,000 points apiece. There's only 1 hour before the hunt begins. Now run, little rabbits. Is this a joke? Are they really going to kill us? Give us a good chase. Damn, young Blackbeard. I mean, all right. I want to be clear. I am not defending the world government here. All right? I want to because I think there's a misconception, right? There's a misconception going on that I defend the world government. I don't. I don't agree with anything that they do. I think it's despicable. I think they should be upended, right? I think they should be overrun, right? I do not agree with anything that they've done. An hour head start is kind of good, right? Like a whole hour, that's not bad. That's not... No. But listen. No. I'm saying, considering like an hour. You know? Like not 10 minutes, it's an hour. You know? Shout out to the WG. But whoa. 3 weeks? If we can hold out for 3 weeks. Ooh. That's rough. That's rough. 3 weeks is a long time. I thought like they would hunt for like a day, like an afternoon. 3 weeks? You gotta eat. Yeah, nobody's surviving for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, it's over for everybody. Like, that's insane. 3 weeks, my nigga? So 3 weeks, y'all are like hunting, then going to bed and waking up and doing it again while people have to hide. But I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to them because they're still like thinking, if we hold out for 3 weeks, we can make it. You can't. You can't hold out for 3 weeks. It's over. No, that's the thing. I do care. Like, I really do care about these people. Like, they got all these people and their kids. This is rough, man. This is some sad stuff. All we can do is run. Find a good hiding spot somewhere. Let the hunt begin. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Where are they? Where are they? This is like a very, like, turned up, just twisted version of just hide and seek. You know? And Jesus, man, it's like diabolical fun. Just running around, killing people, treating them like rabbits. Like, the celestial dragons gotta go. They gotta go, man. Please don't cry. Oh, this is like A Quiet Place. Remember in The Quiet Place? When, like, you gotta be quiet or else you're gonna get killed. They got a baby. Oh, man. Oh, man, that is a tough decision. Oh, my God. Well, my issue with The Quiet Place is somebody that you know what's going on in the world where you got to be quiet the entire time and then you get pregnant. Are you abandoning your kid to survive? Oh, am I abandoning my kid to survive? Oh, this kid looks like it's like a few months. I don't really know it yet. I don't know. I gotta think about it. But no, it's a tough decision. Because wait. All right. Because here's the thing. This scenario presents another scenario, right? Because people asked the question before, if you're married and your wife is about to give birth to a kid and they're like, you got to choose your wife or the kid, you know, people always ask, which would you choose? Would you choose your kid or your wife? A lot of people choose their wife. They're like, we can just make another kid. Some people choose their kid because it's like, that's my blood. You see what I'm saying? It's the same conversation. It's just like a little bit more twisted. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's crazy to choose your wife. That's all I'm saying. It's not crazy to choose your wife. That's, you know, it's selfish. Here's the thing though. I don't think it's a wrong answer. Right? I don't think it's a wrong answer. Like I said, I don't really know that baby. Right? Secondly, we can make another one. Third, depending on what you believe in, baby going back to G. The baby's going back to Big G anyway. Right? So I think win-win-win all around. But that's tough. Okay. But that's something you got to think about, right? The emotions of the woman, like after the fact. Like, is she gonna be mad that you chose her? Y'all know, like in iRobot, when Will Smith was mad because the robot chose him over the little girl, and he was like, he couldn't let it go. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do. This is a tough decision. I mean, damn, this nigga pulled up and shot. Bang, bang, bang. Please help me. Don't kill my husband. Oh my God. Don't kill my husband? That's that's a crazy statement. I don't know how I feel about that. Like her jumping in front of her husband saying, don't kill, that's a W wife. But that's kind of an L husband, no? Like, why your wife protecting you? Gee, like, what? You sick? Is the husband look old? I mean, she look old too. And they packed up both of them. I don't know. No. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with her doing it. I'm just saying as a man, you can't allow her to do that at the end of the day. That's that. I guess that's how I look at it. Roger the grandson Saturn wanted because Jay was. Nah, some women are just like that, but like, you know, damn. Home of the gods, the land of Mary Joa. To not, right, not me being controlling, right? Well, you know, it is what it is. No, you can't die for me. Home of the gods, the land, the holy land of Mary Joa. All right, we only got 7 more minutes, then we got to get out of here, guys. 7 more minutes. Yo, shout out to Josh joining the family. Appreciate you, Joshua. Yo, I know that anime finna cook. They about to have so many bodies dropping. Cause they can extend the heck out of this scene. The Figurelands are in the lead, but the Bavette and Manmayer families are hot on their tail. Dog, this is an insane sport. Jesus. Like, this is, when you take a step back and you see just how they just cutting through people, and they're having a blast. And the woman, they're excited. They're like, oh, Garling, I love the way you kill these niggas. Who did you bet on? Oh, they got side bets going on. They got side bets going on for who's gonna win. Listen, bro, no matter what it is, gambling is gonna be a part of it. The parlay. Wallace, I agree with you. I agree with you that like it is difficult to kind of like look past this and look at the Marines and be like, yeah, he's cool. However, oh man, I don't want to make a real world example. All right. I don't want to but yeah. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. Um who did you bet on? House Shepherd for the clan contest and Gunko for the solos. Gunko for the solos. Really? But it's your choice, but there's only one God's steel among the knights. Saint Gunko. House Manmeyer scores another massive oh, so she had her devil fruit at that point. So he's like, I got House Shepherd for the clan joint, and I got Gunko for the solos. There's only one God steel amongst the knights. Who's God steel? Is that supposed to be Garling? But here's the thing, Gunko for something like this, she would kill it, right? Like I would bet on Gunko as well. I would bet on Gunko, but just because that power, man, like the combinations that I could use, it would be crazy. I'm betting on Gunko. Garling, you know, I'm sure the odds are probably really in his favor, but I'm probably betting on Gunko. Praga was Celestial Dragons trying to help the rabbits awaken their Congress hockey and have hockey bloom and getting blamed because the rabbits are just kind of like just hockey bums. I think they were just having a good time. I think this is fun for them. Huh. Yo, do y'all think Oda changed his mind on Gunko as we were going through Elbath? Because of how she was introduced and because she wasn't a saint and she wasn't a part of any family. And then all of a sudden, 4 chapters later, a month later, it's like, oh, it was more than a month. Oh, she's a part of the Manmeyer family. I feel like that's weird. Bro, here's the thing. There's no way you forget to put Saint on Gunko. You forget to say that she's a saint and that I don't think so. I think you're still working through it. I think you're still working through it. And the thing is, this isn't really new. This isn't really new with Oda as far as like doing things on the spot, or changing things. But no, the officials didn't say Saint either for that week. It was like I think it was like for a while. Yeah, I mean, it could have been intentional just to throw people off. Where it's like, oh, we're gonna leave this information out, then we're gonna fix it later. That could have been intentional too, because you know they be playing like that. Must be nice to be Saint Garling, knowing a beauty like her is gonna be his wife soon. Although I guess it's still all up in the air. And then Brooke being a part of it as well. Then also, why does she get her hair back after Emu takes over her body? Because I was talking to B about this, and it's kind of like, can Emu restore you back to a certain time? Like restore like the save point Because that don't make no sense. You know, like, why would your hair grow back? And it's kind of like she goes back to like this form, right? It's like, does he bring people back to their like, I don't know. That's strange as hell. Emu could restore Prime Bron. One could dream. Damn. They're looking at Shakky like a fine piece of meat. Oh no. Oh no. You climbed up pretty high. Hop on down. I laid out a nice thorny cushion for you. Ah. That's crazy. Stop. That's my kid. Daddy. Don't worry, I'll catch you. Aw. How touching. How touching is crazy. Mm. Even Kaido wasn't this cruel. All right. Wait. I don't want to power scale cruelty, right? I don't want to do that. But Kaido was starving people intentionally, like making them suffer. I'm not gonna lie. As far as like what I'd want to yeah, I think Kaido's more cruel. Like, it spanned decades. You'd rather Kaido. I think Kaido gives you more of a chance, right? But it's like from the smile fruits to slavery to just food shortages, the water was bad. The question to be asked is how much of that was Orochi? The thing is, if I'm running the country, anything that happens under my watch falls on me. Because Kaido allowed it. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, it wasn't like Kaido was, this is terrible. Kaido was laughing. He didn't care. And so, I mean, so it's a, he was benefiting from all this. So I don't know. So Kaido felt bad for Oden and Luffy. Kaido felt bad for Oden? Nah, but here's the thing, Scatter. I don't think they really have a chance to escape. When did Kaido feel bad for Oden? Oden was in the middle of his speech, and Kaido said, "Shut that shit up, nigga." Yeah, he felt bad for how the fight ended because of how it affected him personally. He didn't care about that nigga, man. Like I said, it's that's all Kaido is. Kaido's just like, man, you interrupted my fight. Care about these people? Zebek, real Pirate King, Dragon, the real hero of the Marines. Oden literally had his blades in the cell, but chose not to do nothing, but to give them to his wife instead of escaping. Oden is a bum. Exactly. The dragons don't care, period. No, but that's not the same thing. It's like saying Kaido cared about them. He did not care about them at all. He did not care about Oden. He didn't care about Luffy. He cared about his self-fulfillment. That's like a man being mad he ain't nut, and like, man, he really cared about that girl. No, he didn't. He just mad that he ain't. But no, I don't. This is this is horrific. I thought by helping her I could defy the celestial dragons. Yet my entire platoon ended up executed. What? Wait. Wait, did they like okay, I don't know if I'm reading this wrong, but did they end up throwing Marines into the wait. So did they take Marines and throw them into it to fill up, or were they helping? Here's my thing: did they take these Marines and they threw them in, or it was just like, this is difficult to. This is okay. Okay, I'm gonna just. So if he defied, wait, the mistranslation dragon meant to say if he defied the celestial dragons, his whole platoon would get killed. No, but these people, these look like Marines, though. Is it a what if situation, or like we see them dead? Are they not Marines? No. Okay. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Here's how I'm looking at it, right? They have the circle target drawn on their backs, but that doesn't mean that the celestial dragons couldn't have drawn circle targets on the Marines' backs. Like, okay, maybe we need the official to understand this, because like the if doesn't make sense here. Okay, all right, let me get to the next battle. They were all present, I assume. Naturally, sir. Where the hell did that dragon kid go? Don't tell me he went to meddle with what's happening on the island. Yeah, this is confusing. I have no idea what I have no idea what it's saying. I thought by helping her I could defy the celestial dragons. And he's throwing up. Is it because of dead bodies or because he knows the dead bodies? Read OP. All right, I'll read OP after to see if there's any difference. The Kubari is different. Where's the Kubari link? Let me look at it. Let me look at the Kubari link. Actually, after we look at the Kubari, he didn't grab the kids. He wanted to help Shank's mom, but didn't. He didn't. Wait. No. Okay, how? Okay, here's how I'm reading it. I thought by helping her, I could defy the celestial dragons. And then he stumbles across like dead Marines. And he's like, I was tripping, thinking that I can try to defy them and look at what they're capable of. So I think this is like a hiccup for him, where it's just like, I'm bugging out. Like, I think I'm trying to help her and look at all these dead people. This is what they're capable of. What am I? I'm in over my head. All right, let me read the Kubari link. I don't want to go too far and spoil. Okay, I thought I could help her, but if I defy the Celestial Dragons, they will execute my entire platoon too. Okay. That makes a ton more sense. But if I defy the Celestial Dragons, they will execute my entire platoon too. That makes a ton more sense. That makes so much more sense. Because this is terrible. Okay, all right. Let's move on. They were all present, I assume. Naturally, sir. Where the hell did that dragon kid go? Don't tell me he went to meddle with what's happening on the island. It's here. The Buccaneer brat, worth 10,000 points. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I like when this happens I think in general, in any different medium, in anime and movies and whatever, when we get like different perspectives for a reason. Like I don't know. I just enjoy that entire thing. Where it's just like they kind of save it, and then the perspectives, it kind of changes and influences how you look at things. I enjoy that. I'm trying to think of what did that recently. Like, I don't know, for people that watch Power, like the OG Power, and they said that the perspective of like Ghost in the last season, of his perspective when you say things and how people perceived how he said things were different. Because of how they felt about him, it came off as worse. So I thought, like, I think small stuff like that is cool. Attack on Titan did that. I've never seen Dead Man Wonderland. Weapons did that. Yeah, Weapons did that as well. I think I enjoyed that. Okay. You will never win if you play their rigged game. Focus on escaping it altogether. We're escaping God Valley. They've still got hope. Whoa, that's 10 kills in a row for my prize rifle. Damn, boom, boom. He just moved. Damn, he saved their lives back then. He couldn't help himself. He had to save them. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm Dragon, I'd hate my dad. It Like, I'd really hate my dad. Like seeing all this and seeing how they're operating. Why Dragon ain't slide for Ginny? At that point, it's too much. It's too much on you. I can't make that. I can't risk that now. So let's be honest. No, I think if I'm this type of person and I see just how despicable the Celestial Dragons are, where I can't even stomach it, and where I have to leave the Marines. And then I know my dad, who's higher up in the Marines, he probably knows more and he has seen worse, yet he's still with them. It's like a respectful disagreement, right? It's like a respectful disagreement where it's like, we just don't see eye to eye. Like, I love you, but I'm gonna love you from afar. Because there's no way we can see eye to eye. And I'm sure it's even more difficult because it's like, I know you're a good man. You're a good person. How can you, you know? Damn, I just boom, eek. What? Off the East Coast, what was that? It's the Rocks Pirates. There's no time. We're being sworn by notorious pirates. Always enjoy a good Rocks Pirate spread. Listen up, fellas. They've got Shakky here, along with a bunch of treasure, not to mention devil fruits. Ain't no point in us killing each other over this stuff yet. We've got to work together for now. We'll divvy up the booty once we're back, and there better not be any belly aching. Got it? I think it's funny with Rocks saying all this. Like, if niggas gonna listen. Like, what? Nigga, I'm gonna do what I want. What I get is mine. The fuck? We can't share Shakky. The answer's obvious, and then she'll fall for whoever saves her. Damn right, I'm not backing down. Nah, Shakky's gonna fall for whoever hauls in the most treasure. Suit yourselves. I'm just here to save a friend. Okay, Oyaji. Okay. He said, that said, if she does fall for me, I would not complain. Maybe he does like Gucci, you know? Or it could be like a friend. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes somebody around their mans, they don't want to like be out there yet. So they're just like, yeah. If she wanted me, I'd take it. Whitebeard like, yeah. That nigga said, that said, if she does fall for me, I wouldn't complain. All right. Look at it. Yo, the side eye is killing me. Like, if she does fall for me, I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't complain about it. I'd be happy. I'd love her. Hey, oh yeah, G man. Listen, no judgment over here, bro. No judgment over here. We love you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Whatever you like, do your thing, man. That's funny though. That's funny. Seeing Whitebeard in this light, that's funny. Oh, Bakken's like, how could you say that? You know what? You know what? Here's my theory here. He bullshit. I think he's on bullshit. I think he's only saying that to antagonize Bakken. It's like, he knows she's right there. She's like, that said, if she does fall for me, I wouldn't complain. He bullshitting, yo. He bullshitting. Sorry, Whitebeard. I'm sorry, Whitebeard. I'm sorry, IG. No, I see the play. I see the play. I see the play. I see it. Y'all see it? He's like, if she does fall for me, I wouldn't complain. And she's like, how could you say that, Newgate? If I save Shakky, Roger should be grateful, right? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. They are doing the most Zaki right now. They are doing them like what? Like everybody's on some. Yo, if Shakky, this is insane. Ochoku didn't even leave the island. She'd probably ban him from the bar. This is fucking. Look at his conclusion. Ochoku didn't leave the island. She's gonna ban him from the bar. I ain't gonna lie. Ochoku is a real one. I'm not mad at that. Because to be honest, I'm probably not going on that expedition either. All that for some coochie? He's like, nah, I'd rather stay behind and kind of set up shop for when all y'all niggas get packed up. How about that? You know, how about that? How about I let people know that y'all are on the way and to prepare for y'all and tell them y'all weaknesses so that I just take the spoils of the island for myself. How about that? Yeah. Fuck that. Fucked for some coochie? No. No. She cool, but like, nah, I'm cool. I'm not gonna lie. Whoop-dee-doo. Shakky kidnapped. Whoop-dee-doo. Yo! Shakky kidnapped. Whoop-dee-doo. I'm cool. Ochoku stocks up. 1,000% stocks up. How stupid can you get? Heaven and earth could flip, and Shakky still wouldn't give any of you losers the time of day. Big Mama real one. Big Mama real one, because she knows. She like, the fact that all y'all think y'all got a chance. She's like, that's hilarious. She's like, that's funny. Okay. Hey, Lin. And Kaido at this point, what Kaido, what? Is he like 15, 16, 17, something like that? Kaido like, I'm not even here for, I'm here for the devil fruit. Lin, you won't get one of those fruits for me, right? Like, what do you do? Oh my God, yo. Fire, this is tedious. Ram them. We've got to get away. Give up, you lousy Marines. Follow me, crew. Follow me, crew is hilarious. I wonder how they're going to animate this shit. Like, how are they going to make it feel. Because okay, how it feels at Rocks, it almost feels like Rocks is gonna like he has this in his mind that like he's this incredible like leader and he's in control of this crew and nobody gives a fuck. Like nobody gets. He's like, Big Mom already gone to do what she gotta do. They're like, man, we go what? It's almost delusion, but it's funny though, because he does have motion, but like they're like, nah, not like what you think. Almost like in a different way. What I think about it is like Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy, where like technically he's the leader, but it be times where he's like, yo, we gonna do this, and they're like, nigga, what are you talking? Nobody listening to you. Like that's like the feeling. But when it's time, he do his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it feels. The pirate, this is bad. The pirates are here. What is the Navy doing? If anything happens to us, we'll hang you all. Come in. Please be advised. The West Coast is a danger zone. Okay. Okay, come on. No. All right. I'm selfish. I'm greedy. I'm a greedy person. I want it all. Yes. Why we couldn't see that? Why we don't see how Dragon does it? What? I feel like that's really important. No? Wait. You know what? Maybe we go back. Maybe we get a flashback. Maybe we go back. Hopefully we go back. The Roger pirates have docked there. It's a miracle you're not both crying after all this. Like, what? Get the celestial dragons to the center of the island. Don't let them get hurt. What's going on? Is it the end of the world? First Rocks, now Roger? The Roger pirates have made landfall. I'm here to save you, Shakky. You guys have no chance with her. Focus on stealing the treasure. I think, based on the impact, okay. I'm gonna shoot Oda some bail. I'm gonna say that Oda goes back and he's gonna give us a flashback as to how Dragon did it. He's gonna give a flashback as to how Dragon did it. There's no. This is too important for Dragon's like this whole character. He just like picks him up off the shelf and nobody. This is a big moment. Is that Bullet? Tell me I'm tripping. Is that Douglas Bullet? Bro, no way. He would have joined by this time, right? Bro, Bullet is not canon. Bullet is not canon. No. No. This is ridiculous. No way. No way. You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? Oda may just be using the design. He's just using the design. Just because I think that's funny. I actually think that's funny. Where it's like, Bullet's not canon, but I'll use Bullet's design for another character. Torpedo? I don't know. Why not? Screw it. It's my manga. That's funny. Save Shakky. Sorry. Is that? Yo. What? Is that Roger? Okay. I don't think we can say this when we've seen Luffy in moments like this time and time again, and Luffy's still him. It's a gag. It's a gag. All right? Let's not do that. Yo, what? Bro, what's... Okay, why am I defending the Pirate King? What's happened? What's going on? It's been I feel like Rocks, everybody's had a hard on for Rocks since his introduction, and I get it. He is cool. All right? He is cool. But let's not forget who this is. All right? Let's not forget who this is. Like, it's just, they say negative aura. He's gotten Sanji-fied. I'm like, this is Rox's time. Like, his portray... I guess the game's over. What are you doing? Do something. Ooh. Knights of God. Who black hair? Who are you? Oh, we got some big people here too. Oh, this got to be a mixed breed. This got to be a mixed breed. How do you get a mixed breed to be a part of the God Knights? They were sullying the blood, weren't they? Just diving in everything. Pull those Marines back and see to it that celestial dragons are protected. The Knights of God are rallying. She looked like Doll. It's like Doll combined with like a young Suru. She looked like praline with a twist. And what the hell is this guy? Oh, he has wings. What is he? Is he a creation? Or an abomination? No. Yeah, it got to be like a hybrid form or something. This is dope though. This is a dope reveal though. Now I love Praline. I think Praline deserves more love. If she wasn't married to Allergen, I'd do it. Let's be honest. Even if she's married, I'd do it. No, this is dope. Off of this spread, who we think is number 2? Is it Sommers? Is it Dollface? I think black hair. Somebody said Mihawk's mom. Mihawk's mom is crazy. If she is Mihawk's mom, she snapped back. The one with the spare. It's not going to be any of these big dudes. Well, actually. No, the big dudes are never really number 2. Like, the big dudes are never... Like, is there a manga, an anime where, like, the big, strong dude is number 2? Because we have them, right? We have them all the time in anime. Like, the big, strong, buff guy that relies on strength. No, Virgo was number 2. It wasn't Pika. Escanor. Wait. Yeah, Mr. One is not like a big buff guy mode. And Escanor is number 1. Stop. Escanor is number 1. Because I was even reading like Sakamoto, and I'm not gonna spoil, but like it made it painfully clear that a big buff guy is not number 2. You know what I'm saying? And then of course you have Uvogin and people like that. It's just they just don't. Yeah. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't hint. Don't drop no letters. Just that was difficult. That was tough. Thorkel. Nah, Thorkel was him. All right. Pirates keep pouring in from every side of the island. Warships commence retaliatory fire. Don't let them land. I think we're done for. Pirates keep coming one after another. We don't even know their objective. Hey now, I'm not going to stand by and watch. Oh, God. It's Vice Admiral Garp. I am here. I'm not gonna lie. Even after, I'm not doing this for Bogart. I am not doing this for Bogart. I am not doing this for this nigga. I'm not doing this for Bogart. I am not doing this for Bogart. It says Gunko's a God Knight in the chapter. Yeah, I thought that was clear. Okay, so I thought Oda would have covered all this stuff and more in this chapter. I thought it'd have been less particulars. So I guess we're getting the entirety of the God Valley incident. right? Seemingly, right? We're getting the entirety of the God Valley incident because he's splitting it up into chapters now. Because this pacing was, again, for us, it's fantastic because it's like he's kind of taking his time, giving us the moments with the Celestial Dragons, giving us Dragon, even though he skipped Dragon, saving Shanks and Shamrock. But he's really taking it. I thought Rocks would have gotten packed up this chapter, but people are just like showing up. So listen, bro. Listen, Oda, you cannot slow walk it here and then next chapter speed through it. You cannot slow walk this chapter and then next chapter speed through it. I think we're going to get the entire thing. Because at this point, why even come back? This is crazy. This is crazy. Now, this is actually crazy. I thought he was going to like skip. Rocks is done. Boom. No. We got like the setup for God Valley. Like all the players are here now. Now here's what happened. I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. This is crazy. Yeah, I thought the flashback after last chapter had like 3 chapters left. If Oda is going to slow play it like he is, we got to figure out one, Shakky getting saved, Roger and Rocks, Roger and Garp, Dragon, Shanks and Shamrock, obviously Rocks' erasure, God Valley's erasure. We probably got like 5 more chapters, right? Like 5 more in this flashback because we're not even at Harold yet. Like we got to get to Harold and his thing. Wow. Like I said, I don't think there's been a better stretch. Oda didn't have to slow play this chapter like he did, and he really took his time in this chapter. Of course, y'all know about my dragon qualm, where it's like, but because he's slow playing it, he can easily go back. You know what I need? It's super small, but now I need it. I want to see Dragon and Garp. But here's what happens. I think they make eye contact, but I don't think Garp does anything. Like Garp sees him and he just lets him go. Maybe Garp sees him with the kids or with Shanks. And he just lets him go. But we got to see how did it get split up? Because he has Shanks and Shamrock right now. How they got split up. How they got on Roger's ship. The crazy part, the crazy part about this chapter, as great as it is just setup. This is a setup chapter. I agree. This is the best stretch of One Piece ever. The best stretch. The closest thing to this hype, I would say I've seen since I've been reacting to One Piece was Roof Piece. That's the closest thing. But as far as content, hype, just my anticipation, the Reverie, Reverie? Trying to remember. Because Reverie was super short, and then it was like bits and pieces, and then they didn't really like. I didn't think they really touched on a lot of the things I wanted them to touch on. But Reverie's up there. The Reverie's up there. The Reverie was definitely up there. But I thought the Reverie was like as good as it was still disappointing. You know, I think this is even better than the Reverie because I didn't expect this. Like, even with them getting into the flashback, I was like, of course we don't see God Valley because Harold wasn't there. Oda's like, so what? I'm still going to show y'all what happened. So this is the best stretch in One Piece. This is the best. I mean, of course, it's a flashback. It includes all the legends. It includes, I want to say, so far, maybe it's recency bias. But his rocks, okay. Yo, shout out to Yo with the 5 gifted. Appreciate you, my guy or gal. I'll say, okay. Is Rocks the most, based on what we know, the most legendary pirate or figure in One Piece? Is Joy Boy over Rocks? Is Davy Jones? As far as the legends, is he the most legendary pirate so far? Like, because we know about Joy Boy, we know about Davy, we know about Rocks. Of course, we don't know enough about Joy Boy. So I think Joy Boy definitely, you know, but Joy Boy has transcended generations. And Joy Boy is difficult because I think Joy Boy is just like a title. So obviously there are a bunch of different Joy Boys throughout history. So Nolan is up there, but you know, well, let's see. Besides killing an admiral, what did Rocks accomplish? I think Rocks' legacy is going to be very difficult uh, to explain, considering just how much was in his way and how there's some sabotage there. So I think just a semblance of the greatest crew put together ever. It's crazy. What makes someone a legendary pirate? I think legacy. I think legacy, what you left behind, what you've left behind, your impact. But the reason why I say he's a legendary is because he was impactful enough where his entire existence had to be erased. We cannot have his legend or anything about him around. And honestly, Blackbeard is a part of Rox's legacy. Right? And to be honest, we gotta hold out. But if the other people that are part of the Rocks Pirates go on to become Yonko because of his words and because of his knowledge that he gave them, they're part of his legacy too. If he enlightened the Yonko of yesteryear Whitebeard, Big Mom, they're all a part of Rox's legacy. So I think right now it's hard to argue against Roger's legacy just because he basically inspired an entire generation. Shanks is a part of his legacy. Luffy's a part of his legacy. Even with Rayleigh and Ace, right? All that is a part of Roger. To be honest, even Garp owes his legacy to Roger. I don't know. I think I made an argument for Roger being maybe more legendary than Rox. But we don't know how Rox's story ends, though. We got to see how it ends. We got to see where it goes. But so far, I think Roger has made the case for being more legendary. But you ever like, there's a saying sometimes in like sports where they say like, he's your favorite player, he's your favorite player. So like, could Rox be like, Roger's the GOAT, but could Rox be the legendary Pirates GOAT, right? Like when you ask the GOAT Pirates, like who's the GOAT, they talk about Rox. But from what we've seen in the story, typically these Pirates talk about Roger, right? So we have to see how it ends. I don't know if Oda's been coy on purpose with the Rox mention. So we have to see like what do the other Pirates say, because Roger gets glazed. Rox doesn't even get mentioned. So I wonder if Oda kind of flips it on his head where like we see the Pirates mentioning Rox in real time through flashback, like Big Mom, Whitebeard. And it's like, oh, we didn't see this on purpose because Oda was just trying to save the Rox legend. But so far it's Roger. It's Roger. Rox is Wilt Chamberlain. 100 points, yeah, but we don't got the footage. That's probably who Rox is. Rox is Wilt. Where a lot of people are like, man, look at Wilt Chamberlain. Back in the day, he was the greatest of all time. But then we see Roger, and we see the numbers that he put up. Right? We see Michael Jordan. We see the numbers he put up, the influence he had. How today he's still the most influential basketball player of all time. Yeah. Yeah. I like that comparison. Rox is Wilt and Roger's Michael Jordan. I like that. And Luffy's like LeBron James because he got so much help. I'll joke it. I like LeBron. How much of how Rox done so far has had an impact on the whole world? We don't know yet. That's the thing. I have to see how it ends and what it leaves at the end. If after Rox died, they just walk away, no mention of him, they don't care, then I'm sorry, Rox, you are a cool guy. You can stand tall and be proud because you were strong, but that's it. That's it. I was talking to somebody as well. It was B. I think it was B. About Whitebeard. And Whitebeard knowing about the Will of D, actively knowing about it. Like Whitebeard has the intricate knowledge about the Will of D and not doing anything about it. Being okay with, he's like, whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. Right? Where it's just like, is there a sense of responsibility that Whitebeard just ignored because he felt like it wasn't his place? Did he feel like because he wasn't a D, or he just didn't care? Now it's kind of like the conversation sometimes in real life where they talk about like celebrities aren't role models, you know? And some people say, well, with influence, that kind of comes with the territory. With Whitebeard, he didn't really do anything. He was just kind of like, I have my dream. This isn't my purpose. Shanks a high school Nate Robinson. That's insane. That's insane. You know what Shanks is? Who would Shanks be in the NBA? In NBA history? Shanks was cold. I might say Steph Curry. Steph Curry is insane. I want to say Kobe because Rogers, Michael Jordan. But is Mihawk T-Mac? Where he got the scoring title, you know? Whitebeard is Timmy. Who's Kid? Oh, God. Who's Kid? Kid is probably James Harden. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. No, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. Isn't that too much? That's a little too much, no? Russell Westbrook. That's who Kid is. Kid is Russell Westbrook. I think that is even too much. I think that's a little too much. I think that's a little too much. No, that's a little too much. I think we need somebody that just crashed. But they had no kid. No. Say Pat Bev. Pat Bev is crazy. Ben Simmons? No. No. Because Russell Westbrook won an MVP, right? He won an MVP. Kid being like, first, if you acknowledge that Luffy is LeBron, then Kid would probably be like Chris Bosh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you was hooping for a little bit. But at the end of the day, like, you won't get to where you get to without, you know what I'm saying? You get to the top because of Paul George. Who's Paul George? Because Paul George got to be somebody that they had the potential, but then they kind of crashed. Ball game. Paul George. Dwight Howard. Okay. Somebody that was like top 5 in their prime. Maybe a little zesty. That's Kid. Kid is Paul George. You know what? We're gonna have a stream. Where we assign NBA players to One Piece characters. We're gonna have a stream just for that. Just dedicated to NBA players being assigned as One Piece characters. Who's Jinbei? Probably Kyle Lowry. I don't know. I don't know why I thought of Kyle Lowry. Yes, I do. It's because he got a fat ass. But that's about it. I don't know. Chris Paul? A legend that's kind of dirty, but he never really made it to the top. Ugh. Chris Paul. Who's Chris Paul? Law? No, no. Oh, Law is like a tier 2 ass nigga. So Law is like where everybody loves him, but he's tier 2, but we know he can't be tier 1 because he don't have enough people around him. Law is probably Devin Booker. Kyrie, I'm not mad at Kyrie. But the thing is, like, I think no matter what crew Law goes on, Law can make them better. Because one of the issues with Kyrie was like Kyrie doesn't make his teams better. I think Law is somebody that makes his team better, but he's kind of like a tier 2 guy. Kid is mellow. If Luffy's LeBron, might be right. Right. If Luffy's LeBron, Kid might be mellow. And so we got like in the same breath is Hawkins Darko? Law is Luca? That's a lot of gas. That's a lot of gas. Who's KD? What's KD? Who's KD? KD. That's tough. Yeah, we gonna have a stream dedicated to this. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. You saying Jinbei thick? Hell yeah. Dylan Brooks is crazy for Kid. KD is Cat. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. Hey, TJ said it, not me. I like the way you think, my man. I like the way you think, brother. Who's Oden? Because we gotta think about eras as well, right? We gotta think about the eras that they played in. Like, we can't say Kid is Clyde Drexler. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta go back. It gotta match up. Oden is T-Mac. Is Rox MJ? No, Rox is Wilt Chamberlain. Rox is Wilt Chamberlain. And Rogers Michael Jordan. I think Whitebeard is Magic Johnson. Bird might be Garp. Oh God. Who's Jeremy Lin? Jeremy Lin is somebody who had a Jeremy Lin is killer. That's who Jeremy Lin is. Killer. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't think anybody's stocks rose more than that one singular Roof Piece chapter where Killer hurt Kaido and Kid couldn't, and then Killer started running up the charts. I'm not gonna lie, I was gassing Killer. He had a nice little run. Hawkins. Hawkins had a nice act 1. Uh, Brandon Jennings. Hawkins is Brandon Jennings. Drop 55. He dropped 55. That was it. That's it. Dragon. Somebody that we know is nice, but people always expect more from. But is he always missing? But we know probably Kawhi. Probably Kawhi. Like, we know when he's good, he's up there with the guys, but we don't got enough on him. Dragon might be Kawhi Leonard, man. Giannis, nah. Giannis is somebody that in a short span of time put up good numbers, but for whatever reason, we don't have him. It's not pretty. Giannis is Kaku. Get the hell. Giannis. I want to say Katakuri, but not that might be downplaying Cat a little bit. All right. We gonna wait. We gonna wait. We gonna wait. We gonna do that. We gonna do that during break week. We gonna do that. You know what? We gonna try to get like a double stream going, y'all. We gonna try to knock out the One Piece draft because the top 30 is in 3 months, right? So we got to do the One Piece draft for 2025, and we got to do the NBA One Piece players comparison. We might knock that down because break week is coming up. And so, yeah, shout out to Cousin Primo for joining, fam. Appreciate you, my G. And then Stay Frosty 107 joined famo as well. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, we need to do the One Piece draft. Because, like, remember with the One Piece draft, we said, like, this time chemistry matters. And now 1,000% Rocks is on the list. Rocks can be drafted because you can pull anybody. So Rocks can be drafted. I wonder if somebody... Does somebody have the... No. You can't do that. You can't do that. Yo, shout out to Crimson Emperor with a 10 gifted. Yo, appreciate you, Crimson. I was saying, can somebody... you get a gifted from Crimson to say W. W's in the chat for Crimson. I was saying, can anybody draft the entirety of the Rocks Pirates? But that's not possible. That's not possible. That's not possible. Because I think Rocks at this point... Okay. So Emu's not included in the One Piece draft. Who's the number one pick? Is it Rocks? Oh, Harold's on there for sure. Is Rocks number one? I know the last time it was Jinbei, but does Rocks beat Jinbei for number one? And the thing is, you could try to use strategy too. Because if chemistry matters here, I might try to, because it's going to be 12 of us, right? That's the goal, 12 people. It's going to be 12 people. I might try to count it out where it's like, all right, can I get Rayleigh on the turn? And then we have in the third round reversal too. It's like, huh? So listen, I don't think Rayleigh comes back around. If I get Roger number one, Rayleigh's not going to be there coming back. Yeah, snake draft, third round reversal. Yeah, third round Domi reversal. Gotta get Roger, because then you can get Luffy, Shanks, or Rayleigh. No way, Wallace. If I get Roger at 1, you think Luffy's gonna come back around? Heck no. Luffy's going top 10. I know last time Jake came up because I think Jake got Shanks and Luffy at the back end of the first round. And then he got Zoro and Sabo because Jake was 12th. He got Luffy and Shanks at the back end of the first round, and then came back around, he had Zoro and Sabo. If I had to guess, top 5 is going to be Rocks, Roger, Whitebeard. I can see Garp sneaking in there. And depending on who it is, they might pick Mihawk top 5. Right? And then you get into the Kaidos, the Big Mom, Akainu. I think Luffy might go before those guys. Luffy might sneak in there. Shanks, Shamrock, Loki, Harold. I think somebody might reach for not reach, but Mihawk, go for Mihawk early. Rayleigh. I think Scopper could sneak into the second round. But then you got to go look at the Admirals, Aokiji, Kuzan. Not Aokiji, Kuzan. Aokiji, Kizaru. Then it's like, what are we doing with like Gunko and Summers? And I know once we get to like the second or third round, then we're looking at Zoro, Ben Beckman, Sabo, right? Law, Yamato, Katakuri. And then, of course, chemistry matters now, right? So you got to kind of play it out. Like if I draft Luffy in the first round, second round, I might just go Zoro off the strength to have a Luffy and Zoro combo, or I might go Sabo off the strength, or I might go Yamato, right? Or if I draft Kizaru in the first round, I might try to get Kuzan in the second. Or if I go Akainu, I might try to get Kuzan in the second round. Yeah, chemistry matters. Chemistry matters. Chemistry is going to matter in this one. So you can't just like get Blackbeard and Garp and be like, yo, it's lit. Like everybody on your crew got to somewhat get along. You can see them working together. See what I'm saying? Like, so Whitebeard and Shakky, not going to work. So I think that'd be a good time. We got break, so that could be fun. I was gonna say this about Katakuri. No, I think I think Katakuri goes like, he goes third round. Then Rox is undraftable. Here's a crazy thing. Here's something crazy. Do we want to allow trades? No, okay. All right. It's getting ridiculous. All right, never mind. Because if I'm Rox, right? If I got Rox number 1, I might try to trade my second round pick and third round pick to move back up into the first round, and then I draft Rox and Blackbeard. Right? Then I draft Rox and Blackbeard. And if I give up like my 6th overall pick, now I got like 2 seconds and 2/3. I might be able to get like Rayleigh, Kuzan, Fujitora. I might be able to get like in a crazy like tier 2 somewhat. Nah. I don't know. That would be insane. That would be insane if we allowed trades. That would be insane. Kizaru and Enel? Ooh. I wonder how far Enel's going to go. Because last time, Enel went kind of crazy. Enel went high. I think Enel went second round or first round. No, second round. Enel went second round last time. And then Par tried to big brain because Par took Vegapunk. Then he took Enel. Then he took like a bunch of shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be fun. But here's one rule. One rule is Glam cannot have the first pick again, all right? But I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Glam, though. Shout out to Glam because of Glam, I got Whitebeard 3rd overall, man. I got Whitebeard 3rd overall. Damn, hold on. Let me try that. I got Whitebeard 3rd overall. I was so happy, man. I was so happy about that. I was elated. Where? Can't even find it. Yeah, I can't find it. Hold on. Whitebeard. I feel like Whitebeard would work with anyone. Hold on, while I see. It's just still. I can't find it. Where the hell is it? Okay. Wait, it is this. I found it. That was 2022? Yeah, I found it. Okay, and we did have rules. Hold on, let me show y'all. We did have rules like the first person you pick, you get their ship. Okay, so we did a randomizer. Jakey Cakey. So Glam had the first pick, and Glam picked Jinbei. Yeah, Glam picked Jinbei for the first pick. I was second. So I got him second. And I took Whitebeard over Roger. Would I still do that? I don't. Okay. Okay, so Jinbei went first overall. Whitebeard went second. Roger went third. And Nell went fourth. And Nell went fourth overall. How did Dragon fall so low? Okay, so it was only 9 of us. Jay went Garp, Akainu, Shiki, Law, and then Jake had Luffy and Shanks on the back end. Then Mihawk. How did Law go over Mihawk? I mean, it didn't matter because he got Mihawk anyway. Sengoku. He got Blackbeard. Then Kaido second round. Vegapunk. Then Zaki got Roger and Rayleigh. I got Whitebeard and Big Mom. Wait. So I got Big Mom. Then Glam got Oden and Fujitora. Yo, Glam got Oden and Fujitora. Then I got Aokiji. I would say this, right? Currently, all right. Off the top three, I think I can bang with anybody, even Luffy, Shanks, and Zoro. Because even if Whitebeard and Shanks is a good fight, or Luffy and Big Mom's a good fight, I think Aokiji probably mid-diff Zoro at this point. So then I think we get it off. When we get to Sabo and Dofi, you know, it gets dicey. It gets a little dicey with Sabo and Dofi. Somebody said Hawkins. Well, I was trying to implement strategy where, like, you know, Hawkins and his dolls. And so I was trying to, like, make it difficult if somebody's going against my crew. I was just using Hawkins' utility. Because after a certain point, it's just like, all right, who helps my crew? You know what I'm saying? So that's like, at that point, it's just like utility. Because look at Bello Betty is up there. Kid went late. Yasop, Cracker, Sanji. Tazoro went third round, and Sanji went 5th round. Let me see. Yo, I got Scopper though. I got Scopper in the 6th round. Virgo, how did Virgo? Virgo got Barto, Rosinante, X Drake. This nigga Jake, I ain't gonna lie, Jake cooked because Jake got Shirahoshi, he got Ace, he got Kobe and Buggy. Like, he had the ultimate chemistry crew. and then I started to cheese, all right? I started to cheese a little bit because then I got Ivankov, I got Bluno, I got Sugar, I got Katarina Devon. So I'm thinking about my crew going against other people's crews. And I'm thinking Bluno opening up his damn dimension and using Sugar and Katarina Devon turning into people. I was going cheese. All right? I was going cheese. Jake got Shakky late. He got Shakky mad late and Bon Clay. Like I said, this nigga was just drafting people that's cool with the Straw Hats. Katakuri went 3rd round. Katakuri went 3rd round. He went mad early. Okay, so we just drafted those. That was the end of the draft. Nah, Jake cooked. I would say just with what we know now about everybody, I think Jake has the best team. Because we're considering chemistry. Roger, Rayleigh, Kizaru, Marco, Yasop, Capone, Killer, Fisher Tiger, Smoker, Wiper, Enel, Vegapunk, Dragon, Yamato, Kid, Caesar, Brule, Momonosuke, Neptune. I think Par has the most annoying team because they're just going to do a bunch of stupid shit that's just going to annoy you. Jay got Garp, Kaido, Boa, Green Bull. Green Bull fell this far. Jesus. Dan Augur, Rob, Lucci, Viola, Sudu, Doc Q, and Vista. What was he cooking? Swag Kage got Akainu, Blackbeard, Kuma, Crocodile, Bello Betty, Frankie, Moria, Nami, Nekomamushi, and Usopp. I didn't realize one of the rules is Virgo can't draft Virgo. Wallace had Shiki, Sengoku, Ben Beckman, Shiryu, Jozu, Weevil, Judge. What was he cooking? Uruj, Donchin, Zhao, and Calgara. What? Virgo went Law, Mihawk, Cat, Magellan, Sanji, Bartolomeo, Rosinante, X Drake, Perona, and Sentamaru. Why do you get Rosinante? What the fuck is he going to do? He gonna spy. Yo, Rosinante spying on he about to spy on Jay's crew, and he's gonna take a galaxy impact to the face. But yeah, the first person you pick, you get their ship. So that's why Par took an L first, so he can get the Arc Maxim. Glam got Jinbei, Oden, Fujitora, King the Campfire, Cracker, Robin, Lucky Roo, Queen, Manchuri, and Smoothie. I feel like Glam has like a DEI team, you know? Like what? Germatech? Jinbei first. I mean, you know, we understand there. We understand. But nah. Like I said, we'll do this again. Should be fun with new rules. I think with the new characters we have, I think Loki could go second round, first round, second round. Depending on, we got 12 people. Loki probably goes first round. Harold probably goes first round. No, Loki probably goes second round. Harold goes first round. Shamrock probably sneaks into the first round. I think Shakky probably goes. I think Shakky goes higher. Well, let me ask y'all, who's the highest riser? Because this is 2022. Who's the highest riser based on this list, and who falls the lowest based on this list as well? Kobe, yeah, Kobe went. What's this? 7th round. I think Kobe goes higher. Yeah, all the characters in their prime. Oh yeah, Scopper. I got Scopper 6th round. So Scopper definitely goes higher. Yeah, Shakky's definitely. She got drafted 9th round. Shakky's going higher. I think Shakky could go 2nd round probably. Vegapunk. Katarina Devon probably goes the same. Bonnie could go higher for sure. Because Bonnie was Bonnie drafted? She was drafted, right? Yeah, Bonnie was like Par's last pick. So Bonnie definitely goes higher. Moria's gonna go higher just off the name, but like I think Mihawk goes first round. Garp in first round already, Raiden. Ace, I think Ace should go higher, right? How did Ace get to the 6th round? The hell? Kid. I think Kid goes a little higher. Just for utility. And I think you can draft Kid with, at this point, because they work together, I think you can draft Kid with Luffy. You can draft Kid with Law. How do you get Sabo and Ace? Because he was the last pick of the first, right? So it's snake drafts. He was the last pick of the first. Then he's the first pick of the second. Then last pick of the third and first pick of the fourth. So he had back-to-back picks. He gets back-to-back picks. Mihawk asked, no, that's facts. Because like, if you Mihawk going first round, you're gonna get Mihawk's boat. So I think whomever is drafting 12th, they just like strategically, you want to pick Mihawk second, like the first pick of the second round, because you don't want Mihawk's boat. That could be the strategy there. Is Lucci rising? Would Rob Lucci go above? I think so. Yeah, Rob Lucci would rise. I think so. Yeah, Rob Lucci would rise. X Drake, I don't think X Drake is on the list. I don't think X Drake makes it. I don't know if Rosinante makes it again. If Virgo's here, Rosinante probably makes it again. I don't know why Sentimaru's here. I don't know. Bon Cray. Yeah, I think I'm interested to see where how early Shamrock goes, Gunko, Harold. Because I'm not gonna lie, if based on what Harold was doing, I think Harold deserves a top 10 pick. I think Harold deserves to be a top 10 pick based on how he's boxing with Rox. If Rox is number 1 overall, Harold should be top 10. And don't let me get Harold. And plus, I get Harold's boat. I get the giant ship. And that's another thing, right? Like, you can't draft Harold in the second round and you got Mihawk in the first round. Like, ain't no boat. Like, you can't do that. It's not gonna work. So you gotta really think about it. Ooh, that's another point of the strategy. Cause like if you're drafting Harold, then does that free it up for Loki? Because most people can't have Loki on their ship. Because Big Mom's ship, right? Isn't it insanely large? Can't Big Mom's ship fit a giant? I'm gonna have to do some research. I gotta do some research. I think Big Mom's ship can fit one. The Moby Dick can fit a giant too, right? Because that was a pretty big ship. Because when Whitebeard was standing on it, it was still fairly large. So like, you gotta really think about it. You really gotta think about like who you got. And if you draft Loki first, Loki don't got no damn boat. He almost drowned. So off the rip, you can't draft Loki first round. You really can't. Yamato either. If you take Hody first, can you grab the Noah? Sure, but if you don't get Shirahoshi, you're screwed. See what I'm saying? Moria would be a good draft. That's what I'm saying. Now it's strategy involved. If you're trying to get the boat, because now I'm like, I might just go Harold off the strength so I can get that boat. I think the most valuable at this point because of their boat is Big Mom. I think the Moby Dick should be able to hold a giant. Obviously Harold's boat. If you want to go large, it's higher than going to hell no. I mean, actually, he might get drafted. I don't know. I'm not drafting that nigga. Anel first round because you get the Arc Maxim rating. That's why Anel went first round because you get the Arc Maxim. If you're going to be drafting giants, you need a big boat. To drafting Harold, it means you get the Elbaf army. Not necessarily, because that would mean like if you draft Shamrock, you get all the God Knights. No. No. That's too much. If you draft Neptune, you get all the fishmen. But Judge, you get the tech. You get their tech, but like not the crew. You know what I'm saying? So you get the tech. You get like draft Galila. You draft Mihawk, you get the baboons. I don't know. Moria in the first round is interesting just to handle the people that you're trying to have on there. I got to look and see if Whitebeard's ship can fit a giant. How big is the Moby Dick? I got to see how big the Moby Dick is. And... oh, I didn't even think about that. Shout out to Improved Trying. He said the chick from the one of the God Knights looks just like Vito from the Fire Tank Pirates. He might be a celestial child. That's interesting. If you draft Moria, do you get Thriller Bark? Yeah, that's the boat, right? Automatic tech with Caesar, Judge, Vegapunk, and Old Stissy. Here's the thing. You could go with the Judge, Caesar, and Vegapunk, but at the end of the day, with all that tech that Vegapunk had, he still got caught off the volley by Kizaru. Yo, after all that tech that Vegapunk had, he still got caught off the volley by Kizaru, and that's with help. So I think I don't think you can draft Vegapunk first, but if you do get Vegapunk, like, I think a good combination would be Vegapunk and Kid. If you can somehow finesse Vegapunk with Kid, that's not bad. And if you add Vegapunk with Kid and Judge and Queen, I'm not gonna lie. You got a nice little, you know what I mean? And I might just throw King in there for the fashion sense. I think Dragon. Where does Dragon go? Wait, Dragon's ship isn't that big, so Dragon probably doesn't go first round. But it depends on what you're doing. Like, yeah, because Dragon. The Dragon went third round here. I mean, you don't have to worry about the ship, but then you kind of rule out drafting like some of the bigger characters or giants at least. Because I feel like some people might prioritize the big build. Yeah, an Admiral just gets like a battleship. You get like a big battleship. A big marine battleship. So like with Garp, you get him a big marine battleship. However, there are battleships that transport giants though. So if you draft an Admiral first round, it automatically can't, but does it? I don't know if there's ships that can fit ancient giants. Does Ray and Scopper get anything? Just Roger? I mean, yeah, well, they get Roger's ship. Yeah, they would get Roger's ship, but like, would Ray and Scopper go first round? But no. But they can't get, here's the thing. Ray and Scopper can't get Roger's ship because the ship is already taken because Roger's going before them. So they wouldn't get anything. So basically, Ray and Scopper can't go first round. Shakky's interesting. Because I'm wondering, like, should we put like a limit on Shakky, or do you just like that whatever? Because of Shakky, you get the floating islands, and basically you can transport anybody. Rock's ship was able to hold Big Mom and Whitebeard. It's a big ship. Yeah, Rock's ship is fairly large. So Shakky's a cheat code. Shakky's a cheat code. We'll have something talking about like a stream talking about just preparing, I guess. If Oars can stay outside with a hat, Loki can as well. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Barak ship couldn't hold Harold. Does this mean Harold should go 1-on-1? It's sounding that way. It sounded like Harold should be 1-on-1. Harold, Whitebeard, Big Mom. That's what it sounded like. Emmeth hockey nuke is up for consideration though, right? It's the best hockey feat, but one-time use. Yeah, no Emmeth. Yeah, we're doing the draft next week. Next week once. We're doing the One Piece draft. The plan is to do a discussion tonight. That's the plan. Yeah, drafting Harold means like it opens you up. That sounds crazy. It opens it up for you to draft anybody. I want to. Ooh, let me see. If there's still any. I'm sure there's still times for the Demon Slayer movie, but I'm tired though. I'm not trying to fall asleep. Okay, the theater near me. We got a 9:10. Okay. We got a 10 p.m. We got okay, it's a bunch of shows. 10:10, 11 p.m. That's in Virginia. It's 2.5 hours. That might be pushing it. I'm not trying to fall asleep in the theater, yo. 2.5 hours starts at 10:10. That's not too bad. Gotta drink some coffee or something. I'll see. I might. But if I go tonight, then I'll do discussion tomorrow. The draft is gonna be next Friday. Next Friday. That's what we're aiming for. Watch these movies starting at 10 p.m. or later. I don't mind watching movies late because I watched Weapons really late. I went for a late show for Weapons, and that was great. I think movie sleep be hitting though. I'm not gonna lie, I be having some good ass naps in the movies. The last movie I fell asleep to was The Flash, and I still haven't gone back to watch it, and it's free. I think it's free on Prime right now. But that was the last movie I fell asleep to, and it was some good sleep. I'm not gonna lie, it was some good sleep. I don't know. I don't have any interest in going back and watching The Flash. I fell asleep during Shang-Chi, but I was at home. I wasn't even in the theaters. I was at home. Sinners was trashed. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. I did fall asleep on Sinners, but it wasn't because it was bad. I was just tired. I fell asleep during like when they first got in the juke joint for like 10 minutes. And I think I woke up when the married lady was on Preacher Boy. I was like, what? I'm like, wait. I'm like, whoa. What we got going on here? No, I would say like Sinners was definitely overhyped. It was definitely overhyped. But I think that's kind of just what niggas do, right? Like the niggas gonna overhype some shit. And I think it was also kind of representation. I think like when niggas find something that like they can be represented by, they kind of like go out in droves and they kind of over support. And then after they start hating on it. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Black Panther. Black Panther was cool. Was Black Panther worth the hype it got? Probably not. but I loved it. But was it worth the hype? Probably not. It was cool. So, you know, that's just how it is. Yo, shout out to Pistol D Pete with the 5 gifted. I appreciate you, Pistol. Yeah, the first Black Panther was good. I said the first Black Panther was good. The second one was, I've only watched it once, right? And I didn't like it. And I had nothing against the underwater Mexicans, but I didn't like the second one. Maybe I got to go back and watch it. Personally, I felt like I wanted more, a little bit more grieving, a little bit. I felt like they kind of ran through that part of it. Like, they touched on it later down in the movie, but like, I felt like we got to like sit in it for a little while. Like this depression of losing T'Challa. And I feel like the movie was too intent on making you like Shuri as the next Black Panther, as opposed to like making it like painfully. I mean, they did do a decent job of making it obvious that T'Challa was missing, but it was like, stop trying to make me like Shuri. Like, stop trying to force Shuri on me. Like, you're forcing her into a role that she obviously like isn't prepared for, I think, for the movie and kind of in real life. But I felt like going into the movie, I was like, okay, how are they going to handle Chadwick Boseman dying in real life? And obviously they're saying the death of T'Challa. And I felt like we didn't sit in it enough. So, I got to go back and watch it again and see if I feel differently about it. Oh yeah, Haley, she killing in Sinners. I didn't even know it was her. Right? Because I kind of avoided a lot of the Sinners just marketing. So I really didn't know much about it. It was so like when I went to the movie, I was like, oh, okay. I am Nitro. I'm gonna read that. Nah, Haley, I ain't gonna lie, you like, you know, we don't normally play in the snow, but got cold a little bit. Got cold feet. Nah, it was cool. Yeah, Ironheart was unnecessary. But it's like they doing like promotion in the middle of the film. I definitely am, Alan. Love Chainsaw Man. And I still gotta watch Shang-Chi. I still haven't finished it. We talking about white people, Caster. Your favorite topic. But yeah. Good chapter, great chapter. Okay, wait. I've been meaning to say this. It was a pretty good chapter. Not the issue, but it still feels like set up. And it's not that the chapter disappointed me. I feel like the chapter just reinforced things I already know. Am I making sense? Like, all the chapter gave me a lot of. It's like when somebody tell you a story. I got told the same story. I just got more details here, which is a great thing for the next few chapters, because now we're getting details. I expect even more details, right? So the chapter would have been better with less details and more action, or not action, just going deeper into the lore or further into the lore. But I think because it was a build-up, it's going to be great for the next 2 or 3 chapters. So it's like kind of sacrificing the now for more of the long game, or long game being the next few chapters. So it's set up. Ultimately, it's set up. And again, I'm selfish because I wanted Oda to go further, but like I understand why he's kind of saving it, because he's kind of taking his time. So I think the next 2 or 3 chapters, if Oda don't bullshit, if he don't do none of this skipping, right? If we're not skipping like the fights and like we're actually getting the clashes and you're not, then things could go crazy because we gotta get the Kaido and Roger stuff because that we know that that's implied to happen. His life being in danger, Big Mom, the Devil Fruit. We got to see all these things happen. So, the ultimate troll, and I think everybody would collectively hate it. And I don't think I'd make a review that day. I'll probably wait a few days. If Oda just goes right back to Elbaf. If Oda goes right back to Elbaf. I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing, y'all. I might start the stream and end it in like 20 minutes. 10 minutes. Oh God. Or if he just drops the newspaper in Harold's lap, oh God. No. Oh, if I wait a week, because we're gonna have discussions hyping this shit up, drop videos hyping this shit up, and then we come back and it's Harold reading a newspaper about the incident, I'm gonna take a week off. Take a week off. Don't ask me nothing about no chapters. Don't ask. I'm taking a week off. So I don't think that's gonna happen. It doesn't make sense for what's happening. It doesn't make sense for like us being in God Valley and then just like, yeah. So, you know. Oh my God. After this entire chapter of rehashing and giving us like some more intricate details, but for the most part rehashing, and then next chapter you skip and give it the newspaper, and we go right back to Harold and let's not even think about that, y'all. Let's not even think about that. That's not what we're doing today. We staying positive. We staying positive today. All right. All right, y'all. Yeah. If you want to see me and Sandman make a visit to Oda's studio, do some like that. If you want to see me and Sandman make a visit to Oda's studio, do that, Oda. Do that. Yeah, Alan, we're going to try and get a discussion out tonight. If not tonight, we're doing it tomorrow. Y'all see the theory that they're saying Sandman is like one of Oda's relatives because he know too much? They hit him with the, like, that's an Oda hit him with the Uzi. You know too much. I can't do this. Because Sandman is posting like, he be posting like intricate details. I'm like, how the hell does this nigga know this? I'm not gonna lie. It's a crazy fan fiction if Sandman is actually Oda's wife, but she's mad and she's trying to sabotage him so that he can finally retire so that they can go on this world trip that he promised her. Oh God. Or what if a crazier one, if Sandman is Oda's wife's side nigga? Right? And so he's like secretly trying to destroy him because all the info, he's been in his studio, all that shit. Because like, let's be honest though. All right, I'm not. Yo, like this. Yo, I was going to say something crazy, but Anyway, Oda, if you watching, I was just joking. But look, go through her phone. All right? Yo, we going to try to be back later, but we'll catch y'all. At least make sure she not following this nigga. Because if she following Sandman, there's something wrong there. There's something wrong. Because that's crazy. He know too much. That nigga Sandman know too much. I'll see y'all in a little bit.